Hello, teacher. We are group number 4. This is our element number 1. I'm Carolina Altamirano, and I'm going to present you the scheme of work. As a learning outcome, we have at the end of the class, students will be able to talk about their future holidays using will. The time that we are going to use are 45 minutes. The language input are future using will plus vocabulary about holidays. The language review are present and past simple tense. And the materials are slides on PowerPoint, live worksheets, web pages, and internet connection. The types of skills that we are going to use are writing as a main type and reading, speaking, and listening as a secondary types. Our lesson plan is an individual lesson plan because we are going to develop the activities in one class. And the provision for mixed levels in class, we use different kind of complexity in the activities. So we are sure that the activities that we are going to apply um, are according to the age and the level of the students. The topic are holidays, and the structure of our lesson plan is the PPP lesson plan: presentation, practice, and production.
My name is Jennifer Manzano, and I'm going to talk about activities and tasks. So we're going to use PPP model: presentation, practice, and production. So first, we will start with a warm-up. In the warm-up, teacher presents students a short story of a clairvoyant predicting some future events that a child will experience and things he will get. For example, thoughts he will have, the university or school in which he will study, the profession, the year he will graduate, his work, the new family he will have as an adult, and other important things. This story will have a good intonation and also white noise in order to make students understand in a better way the story. While teacher is saying the story, some sentences that he or she says will appear on the right side, emphasizing the word will, like this. All right, then teacher asks some students to read all of those sentences. For example, one student can say, "You will have two beautiful and intelligent children." And other can say, "You will enjoy the life with your new family." Then teacher asks them the following question: "What other things do you think public will get?" So students should say more sentences similar to the ones they read. The sentences should be directed to the same boy, Pablo. In this way, the teacher makes students be familiar with future tense before he or she explains grammatical structures.
Then we have the presentation, and in this part the teacher presents and explains some slides about grammar of the future tense and asks students to pay attention. The slides will be the following. The future with will. You can use will or want to talk about the future. The teacher presents a affirmative statement, and we have subject plus will plus verb plus complement. And the sentence is you will play soccer with your friends. And then we have the negative statement, and we have subject plus want plus verb plus complement. And in this part we have the sentence you won't play soccer with your friends. In the next slide we have the question, and we have will plus subject plus verb plus complement plus question mark. And we have will you play soccer with your friends and the question mark. Then we have the answers, and the positive yes I will and negative no I won't. Then we have the WH question, and we have a WH question, and plus will plus subject plus verb plus complement plus question mark. And the question is where will you go on your next vacation?
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to start with a practice part in which students will receive an online worksheet about future plans, as you can see in this part, which was taken from live worksheets. So students will be answering this online. So let's pass. So as you can see here, they will putting in practice what I laid before in the presentation part, which students were talking about the structure of future simple. Then, if they forget something about expressions with simple future, they will be able to see this picture as you can see in the slide. Then to practice more, time to climb is one activity in which will be evaluated in Nearpod. So as you can see in the first picture, they will be answering which is the correct sentence of questions in relation to the future tense. So they will have to identify which are the structure and something like that. Then they will have to write sentences and questions, at least two, affirmative, negative, and as I mentioned before, questions. This is an open question, and then they will be reviewing it to improve.
Now let's talk about the production stage. In this stage, the teacher will assign students in groups of 4 people. To do this, the teacher will assign it manually in breakout rooms, but before to send them the invitation, the teacher will give the instructions. They will have 10 minutes to do this task. The teacher will send them the link to Jamboard and give a short explanation of how to use it. Then the teacher is going to present an example like the one you are watching now, and they have to think in the summer activities they are going to do on the next holiday, and for each day they have to write an activity. So at the end they must have at least 8 sentences, and they have to present it like a summer calendar. During this process, the teacher have to manage the class by visiting each room, asking for questions or help. And after the 10 minutes, the teacher returns students to the main room and just one group to read their sentences for the whole class. So finally, the teacher will give extra feedback about this presentation, and the other ones have to send the link in Zoom for later reading. And finally, as homework, the teacher will assign them to ask to their family or friends what are they going to do on the next summer vacations, and the next day they will have to tell it to the class.